what today is. It's White History Wednesday. Hey, how you doing? It's your girl, Maya Lamis. And for those of you who are new here, this is White History Wednesday, specifically made for the people who said, why do black people need a whole month to tell their history? And for that, I give you 52 days. Ready to hear it? Here it go. Did you know that Sears, the department store, was once boycotted by Caucasian people because they wanted to help black people? Okay, so in the early 1900s, most black families in the South had to shop at local Caucasian-owned stores where they were often overcharged because White History Wednesday. Treated badly or not allowed to buy at all. But Sears started sending out catalogs kind of like Amazon did before the internet. And people could order what they needed by mail and have it delivered. For black families, this was life-changing, right? You would think it would be. They didn't have to face the racism from going into stores. But the Caucasian owners and the Triple K were furious, like always, because they just some mad Krabby Patties. Like, y'all just be angry, some little angry birds. Y'all really need some type of help. I'm really going to pray for y'all, low-key. They pretty much went around and told people that the owner of Sears was black and was telling all their Caucasian counterparts not to shop there, which pretty much hurt Sears' bottom line. The sad part is that something as simple as buying shoes. Buying shoes was too much freedom. White History Wednesday. Racism does not just live in the laws, it's in everything. We're going to talk about the Holmesburg Prison Experiments. So imagine being in jail and the doctor tell you they want to test lotion on your skin. And it sound, you gonna think lotion? Okay, cool. But in the 1950s, the 1970s, in Holmesburg Prison in Philly, doctors were testing more than just lotion. They were putting chemicals, radioactive materials, and even dioxin. Oh my God. It's the same stuff that, oh my God. It's the same stuff that Agent Orange used during the Vietnam War. These men thought they were signing up to make a quick little dollar so they can put some on their commissary and get some snacks. They was not told about how harsh those chemical was. And it's just sickening because black people have been the subject of their test studies for too long. Even recently, y'all remember the lady I told y'all about in Atlanta that was unalive, but they kept her alive on a ventilator because she was pregnant because of the laws that you can't get rid of a baby. They kept her alive, and then they trying to convince the world that she had the baby. You can't have a baby if you unalive. She did not give birth to a baby if she was not alive. They keep doing experiments on us, modern day experiments. It go way back. Y'all remember the Mississippi burning? It was a movie that they tried to make us think wasn't real. It was. Okay, so in 1964, 3 civil rights workers, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael, I don't know how to say their last name, y'all, went to Mississippi to help black people register to vote. They were followed, arrested, and unalived by the Triple K with help from the police. They were buried in a dam. It took over a month to find their bodies. Why did this happen? Because they were trying to make sure black people had the right to vote. That's it. It took the FBI getting involved to get any justice, and even then, it was barely enough. This is not just an ancient story. This happened in the 1960s, which was not that long ago. Some of y'all grandparents or parents were born in the 60s. It wasn't that long ago. I talk about it all the time, how the government set up black families to fail. Here's a prime example. It's called Pruitt-Igoe. In the 1950s, the U.S. built, and again, 1950s, that was not that long ago. The U.S. built a big housing project in St. Louis called Pruitt-Igoe, L-G-O-E. I don't know if I'm saying it right. If you're from St. Louis, correct me, please. It was supposed to give families, mostly black families, a clean place to stay and live after World War II. At first, it worked, but the government underfunded it on purpose. No money for repairs, no help for families, no investment in the neighborhood. And when things started falling apart, they pretty much labeled it a black failure. But the truth is, it was set up to fail. How did you expect them to prosper when you can't even get nothing repaired? Like, just little things like, oh my God. White History Wednesday. The crazy thing is the government used this as an example to say that public housing didn't work, but they failed to mention that they tried to sabotage it from the beginning. Again, imagine fighting for a country that don't give a damn about you. I'm going to say this probably every week because during World War II, the U.S. tested mustard gas, which is a chemical weapon, on its own soldiers. What soldiers, you ask? Black soldiers, yeah. But they didn't test equally. They picked black soldiers, Asian soldiers, Puerto Rican soldiers to see how the gas affected the different skins. Notice I did not say Caucasian soldiers. White History Wednesday. They wanted to know if black skin was more resistant to chemical burns. They treated soldiers like lab rats based on race. Many of these men suffered burns, lung damage, and long-term health issues. Most didn't even know that they were being tested. And when they got home, no medical help, no support, no justice. Why do y'all keep going to fight for a country that do stuff like that? I will never understand it. White History Wednesday. So remember we talked about eugenics? This seems to be a recurring thing. It comes up a lot. So we know that now L'Oreal was one of the companies that invested in eugenics, but Procter Gamble, yeah, P&G, the people that make like tissue, toothpaste, stuff like that, they participated. They make pretty much oh, y'all, this stuff is irking me. They make products like Tide, Pampers, and Crest, but did you know that they helped the eugenics movement? Eugenics is the race idea that some people, usually Caucasian, rich, and able-bodied, is more fit to have kids than others, okay? Why do they think that? I don't know, because they made the movie Caucasian Men Can't Jump. Why would y'all think if y'all can't jump, y'all can raise a kid? If y'all didn't raise y'all own kids back in slavery days, why would y'all think y'all was more able to do any damn thing? The women couldn't even breastfeed their own kid. They use our breast milk, but they think that they... My bad. Back on subject. Procter & Gamble donated money to support this movement. Some of those funds went to groups working to limit black births through birth control and sterilization programs, all under the cover of population control. We still support these companies today, not knowing their history. Eugenics did not disappear. It just changed names. White History Wednesday. I want to talk about the 12-Day War. What is the 12-Day War, you ask? I did that long pause because the 12-Day War is some shit that Trump trying to come up with. He talking about this thing between Israel and Iran, and he gonna call it the 12-Day War, and he did a ceasefire, and nobody ceased fire, because why the hell would I listen to you after you just dropped bombs over Baghdad? Why? White History Wednesday. This man think he can just say anything and put anything out, and everybody's supposed to just go with it. He want the 12-Day War to be in the history books. Baby, it's not history. It's currently happening, and it's past 12 days. Y'all remember Michaela Montgomery? She was that girl that pretended to be a college student so she could sneak in and meet Trump, and she was advocating for him going to all the rallies and stuff like that. Apparently, she's in Israel stuck. Y'all need to be on the front lines anyway. I done told all the Trump supporters, be on the front line. Do your duty, sir. Yes, sir. Fight for your country, because we not doing it. There are currently 34 missing black girls in the D.C. area, yet Trump threw a $1 million birthday party that nobody showed up to. He could have used those funds to find the missing girls in D.C. White History Wednesday, because what's going on right now is still going to be, it's going to be a part of history eventually, but I just need to see how they don't care about us. There's a man by the name of Earl Smith that was lynched in Albany, New York a few days ago. You thought that was history? This was a few days ago, and there's barely any media coverage on it. White History Wednesday. Y'all have an amazing day. I hope y'all go look into this. Make sure y'all get some knowledge for yourself. If you haven't done so, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I have merch available on my website, which I'm going to put right here.
Maya Lee, back with the hit. White History Wednesday. She posting receipts. Fuck your feelings. She only spitting facts. Sis dropping knowledge while we fade to black. White lies, no alibis. Reap what you sow. Black history hit different when the truth unfolds. Talk is cheap, pay us what you owe. Never been our friend, always been our foe. Old white hood, new red hat, change the color of your hate. We still proud and black.